Welcome to part 3 of factoring trinomials into binomials. This is the last, probably toughest part. You may see this in more advanced algebra, algebra 2 classes. It's solving by substitution with factoring. Okay, so we're combining a lot of things here. Here we have 2 times quantity x plus 3 squared plus 5 times the quantity x plus 3 minus 12. Now, the temptation would be to first FOIL this, then distribute the 2, then distribute this, and then look to combine like terms. That's going to be a mess, and that's going to be really hard to solve, okay? It's possible, but it'd be really tough to solve. So the easier step would probably be to first just substitute, okay? So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. Well, notice how we have x plus 3 and x plus 3 and then a number by itself. Well, that's kind of like a trinomial, okay? Kind of like a trinomial. So what can we do? Well, let's introduce a new variable, t. So t will be our new variable, okay? And we're going to let t equal x plus 3. Why are we going to do that? Well, let me show you what that does. Notice how we have x plus 3 here, x plus 3 here. So we're going to replace those x plus 3s. Let me make that a little bit neater. Okay, I'm just a little picky about this. Okay, x plus 3. Oops. X plus 3. Okay. Now, what happens if I replace that x plus 3 and instead I write a t? So I'm going to write a t everywhere I saw that. Okay, so now I have 2t squared plus 5t minus 12. Now, this looks a lot better. Now, what we're going to do is we're simply just going to change this when we're done back to x plus 3. And that will be much easier to solve, okay? So we're going to substitute back in when we're done. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to factor this, okay? So we're going to put 2t squared plus 5t minus 12, and we're just going to pretend this is our problem. So what do we do? Well, we're going to put our factors of the first term here. So 2t and t. Those are the only factors, 2t and t, that you can get 2t squared. Now the negative 12, we see that this is negative, okay? That means the signs are going to be opposite. Anytime you have the third term negative, these are going to be opposite signs. Okay, so we know we're dealing with opposite signs, but the sum of these signs need to be 5t, keeping in mind that we're going to be multiplying by 2 to one of the factors. Okay, so let's think about that. Well, we have negative 12 here. I'm guessing we're going to have small numbers because this is a small number here. So let's say 4 and 3. I don't think it's going to be 12 and 1. I think that's too big. Let's start with 4 and 3. We'll keep in mind negative 4, positive 3, and also positive 4 and negative 3. So we're going to try that. So let's make this negative 4 and then positive 3, and we're going to start there and see what that gets us. Okay. Now, we already know that our last terms are going to be correct. Okay, negative 12, we already know negative 4 times positive 3 is going to be negative 12, so we don't really need to worry about the last term. We already know that 2t times t is going to give us our first term, 2t squared, so we don't really need to worry about that one. The one we really need to worry about is the middle term. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to change the color. We know that 2t times t, the middle term is composed of the outside and inside. So 2t times 3, it gives us 6t, and then we're going to subtract 4t, and we're going to get 2t. So it's not big enough. That means we need to give a little bit more weight to the positive term because our positive number wasn't big enough. We only had positive 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the 4 and the 3, and we're going to see what that does. So I'm going to make it positive 4. That was what I just had. Positive 4 is over here. Positive 4, negative 3, and we're going to try that again. Okay, so 2t times 4 gives us 8t, and then we have a negative 3t. 8t minus 3t, aha, there we go. We got positive 5t. Bingo, that matches up. So this is our correct factorization for t. Now, here's the deal. Let me rewrite this. Okay, so we know that 2t minus 3, t plus 4. That's our correct factorization. But keep in mind, okay, remember at the beginning, I substituted. I said t is equal to x plus 3. So let's gonna replace back the t with the x plus 3. So we're going to rewrite this. Okay, let me rewrite this. We have 2, I'm going to put parentheses, minus 3, parentheses, then another parenthesis, plus 4, and then parentheses. Okay, so we had x plus 3 that we substituted, and then x plus 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine like terms. So we're going to say, let's use green. We're going to distribute, boom, boom. We get 2x plus 6 minus 3, that's in our parenthesis, times x plus 3 plus 4. We can just get rid of the parenthesis. Simplify again, we get 2x plus 3 in this parenthesis, and then we get x plus 7 in this one, and that's our final answer. So we use some substitution to make the problem easier, and then we're able to go from there. Now, if you want, end this video, but I'm going to keep going to show you that you can do it this way, the big long way, and you can still get the same answer, but it's a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to show that real quick. Move this. We're going to copy, and then we're going to paste. Okay, so what we can do is we can get 2, and then this is going to end up being x squared plus 6x plus 9 after we square it, plus 5. I'm going to distribute. We get 5x plus 15 minus 12. I'm going to distribute this now to all three. We get 2x squared plus 12x plus 18 plus 5x plus 15 minus 12. Okay, then we're going to combine like terms. So we have a 12x, 5x, 18, 15, and a 12. So we get 2x squared plus 17x. And then we have, that's going to be 3. Let me just double check. We get 3 and then 21 plus 21. Okay, so we're going to put parentheses here. Then we're going to factor this. We get 2x and x. And then we're going to probably have, I'm guessing, 7 and 3. We put the 7 here, 3 here, both positive. Is that what we got? 2x plus 3 and x plus 7? It is. So that's another way to do it. I guess it's not too bad. Sometimes problems will get a little bit more complicated, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to seeing you next time on Wes Explains Best.